All right, apologies there. Had some technical difficulties there with the live stream. Kind of the downside of doing all these juggling the net and everything, and I can't listen in the background there. So if Scott's listening, if you can let me know if you can hear me now. Oh, he does. So that's perfect. Thank you. Thanks for pointing that out. All right. Now we'll go to let me get my list back up here. Apologies. VE9 OSK. Oscar, good evening. Go ahead.
V1 RMJ, V9 OSK. Good evening, Robert, and all on frequency tonight. I'm going through the V1 DFB, which is 146.175. I'm in Dieppe. I wasn't sure if we fixed up the problem and think they were having with a repeater, so I didn't chance it. I took this repeater there. Nothing new. It's starting to rain here. I guess it's going to rain overnight. Quite a few millimeters. I think they're expecting around 40 millimeters of rain, so we're going to take that. It's better than snow, and then hopefully it's going to warm up there. Thanks for doing the net there, Robert, and thanks for calling me in. Victor Echo 9, Oscar Sierra Kilo, 73 to all.
VE9 OSK, VE1 RMJ. Okay, Oscar, well, thanks for checking in, and stay safe and have a good evening. All right, next we'll go to VE9 Alpha India. Gary, go ahead.
VE1 RMJ net control, VE9 AI, Gary in Fredericton Fusion repeater. Yes, thanks for calling us in. We got to leave here shortly, so thanks for bringing us in there. Not much new here, raining, and trying to get to the cottage in between the rainstorms to get the cottage ready for summer, if we ever get summer. Anyway, with that, we'll say good evening to one and all, and hope to be back on here next week. Have a good net. VE9 AI clear.
VE9 AI, VE1 RMJ. All right, well, thanks for checking in there, Gary. Good luck with the cottage. I can't get to mine right now due to the restrictions, so I'm hoping that everyone can obey the rules and we can get these cases here squashed. I'm just blown away by the caseload again now today with 175 cases and 90 people in hospital. It's increasing quite a bit. All right. Anyway, stay safe and have a great evening there, Gary. Next, we will go to VE1 IQ. Brian, go ahead.
VE1 RMG, VE1 IQ. Good evening, Rob. And you're sounding good, and that's sounding good tonight. And I've had an extremely long day today, and I had to get up early and travel for a medical appointment. And I'm sort of on the bush side right now. But anyway, we'll endeavor to keep on going and catch everybody next week. VE1 IQ.
VE1 IQ, VE1 RMJ. All right, Brian, well, thanks for checking in and stay safe out there. And 7-3, have a good evening. All right, that's all on short time. So we're going to start off with Prince Edward Island stations. Any stations in PEI wishing to check in, please call now.
Victor Echo 1 Alpha India Charlie, V1 AIC.
Okay, copied VE1 AIC. Was there any other stations in PEI? Well, looks like you're the only one there on this first round. VE1 AIC, VE1 RMJ, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Rob, and all of the net. Just had a quick look at the weather radar, and yeah, there's a bunch of rain coming for the next couple of days. Wasn't quite long enough grass to cut today, but it definitely will be the first of the week. So better get the lawnmowers ready. V1 AIC.
VU1 AIC, VE1 RMJ. I got some patches here getting pretty long. So after this rain, I'm sure it's gonna really need a good mowing, and same there probably. Anyway, thanks for checking in, and have yourself a great evening. Stay safe there. Okay, that's all for the first round of PEI. So next we will go to Nova Scotia. We'll do any stations in Nova Scotia wishing to check in. Please call now.
Victor Echo 1, Quebec Delta.
Whiskey. Victor Echo 1, Zulu Bravo. Charlie, Charlie.
Hello.
Okay, there's probably some people covered up there. I got VE1 Quebec Delta, VE1 Juliet Whiskey, VE1 Zulu Bravo, and I heard VE1 MY, but I can only tell by looking at the radio. Was there anybody else?
Victor Echo 1, Echo Charlie, Charlie.
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Hotel Lima. Victor Echo 1, Kilo Echo Victor. Victor Echo 1, Golf Bravo.
Okay, we'll try one more time. We have VE1 ECC added to the list, and VE1 CHL, VE1 KEV, VE1 Golf Bravo. Was there any other Nova Scotia stations?
Victor Echo 1, Whiskey X-Ray.
All right, we'll go to the top list. VE1 Quebec Delta. Scott, go ahead.
Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet. Victor Echo 1, Quebec Delta. Good evening, Rob. Checking in weekly for a while. I'm surprised to get in so easily this time. It's my first time ever getting in on the top of the list. I found myself rather busy. I made a note of what is like Zoom has gotten zoomed out of control. I used to be able to say I can't come into town today, but now they come to me with Zoom. So all kinds of committee meetings and all kinds of activities going on the internet that way. And then the gardening season started up a little early, and then the commander-in-chief here had other ideas about the use of time. Anyway, it's nice to be able to say hello to everyone this evening. I don't have any other traffic, but I'll be standing by. So back to you, Rob, V1RMJ, V1QD.
VE1QD, VE1RMJ. All right, Scott. Well, glad you made it in there. You were a little breaking up there at the beginning, but we did get you in there. And yeah, all that Zoom fatigue, all those meetings, yeah, it really does take a toll on you doing too many of them online meetings. Excuse me, for sure. Anyway, stay safe and have a good evening. Next we have VE1 Juliet Whiskey. Eric, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Robert, and everybody else on the net. Looks like you got a pretty good start going there this evening, so should be a good net as every week. Oh, I don't know. Not much exciting here, I guess. We've been staying pretty close to home at medical appointments earlier, but I've got that caught up now for a little while, and probably a grocery run tomorrow and see if I can think of anything else I need to pick up while I'm out. And go home. I got a little part of the mailman bought me a nice big box yesterday that weighed 30 pounds, and opened it up, and there was a rotor and a controller and some rotor cable in there and a bunch of connectors. So now sometime in the next few days there should be an antenna coming. Ordered a new beam for up on the roof, HF beam, so that should come soon. But anyway, we got the rotor tested today and get everything working in it, except for one thing. It needed a light bulb inside the thing. It's a refurbished one from a retailer. Sent him off a note. He said, I'll pop one in the mail tomorrow. So took it apart, and no indicator light. The bulb was missing, so when he refurbished it, I presume he forgot to put the bulb back in. Not a big deal. Not going to have it up and running for a couple of weeks probably. I need that kind of week or so to do all the pre-run, run all the cables, and get everything ready. And then the antenna has some assembly required, so that'll take me a day or more, or maybe 2 days to put that all together. And then we'll get some help. So gotta wait till this lockdown is over before I can have any help in the yard to give me a hand. I get a couple of volunteers, but gotta wait until this lockdown is over before we're allowed to have people come visit and help. So hopefully it'll only extend maybe another week, but could go 2. It's hard to say. Yeah, see where the cases go over the next week or so, but I expect it'll extend at least 1 week anyway, and it could be 2. So may not get my antenna up till the end of the month, but not a big panic. Just get everything prepped and ready over the next week or 2, and be ready for when we get a chance. Other than that, not much else exciting, I don't think, from Kingston. V1JW.
V1JW, VE1RMJ. All right, Eric. Well, sounds like you got some work ahead there. And yeah, I have an antenna tower I'd like to get up this season here, so I'm going to need some hands as well. And yeah, with these restrictions, can't right now. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. You know, we're all trying to do our best here. There's a few out there that aren't, but hopefully that we can get this stuff under control. Yeah, thanks for checking in and have a good evening. 7-3, stay safe. Next we got VE1 Zulu Bravo. Mike, good evening. Go ahead.
VE1 RMJ, VE1 Zulu Bravo. Good evening, Robert. Good evening, everybody on frequency. Busy day here. Not much else to report. Sounds like the net's off to a great start. And thanks for calling me in, VE1 Zulu Bravo.
VE1 Zulu Bravo, VE1 RMJ. All right, Mike. Well, thanks for checking in, and stay safe. We'll talk to you later on. All right, next VE1 MY, another Mike. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, VE1 RMJ, VE1 MY. Being longer on frequency, no traffic from the point. VE1 MY.
VE1 MY, VE1 RMJ. All right, Mike. Well, thanks for checking in there, and have a good evening. Stay safe. Next, we got VE9 ECC. Craig, go ahead.
VE1 RMJ, VE1 ECC. Evening, Rob, and everybody on net. Sounds like everything's going well. Hope you're having a good evening. Just popped out to the car and decided to use the radio in the car tonight. The dual band antenna for the NMO mount on my car finally showed up, so I thought I'd throw it on and try the UHF side of things, which I haven't been able to use on the 7250 yet. So if you could give me a quick report on whether it's doing its job, I would appreciate it. Other than that, it's VE1 ECC saying 73s to all.
Yeah, VE1 ECC, VE1 RMJ. All right, Craig. I missed the antenna setup or whatever you mentioned, but I did hear you clearly the whole time there. So what you got there is working great. So have yourself a good evening, stay safe, and hopefully hear you next week. All right, next we have VE1 CHL. Scott, go ahead.
VE1 RMJ, VE1 CHL. Good evening, Rob. Good evening to everyone that's listening.
Oh, not too much going on here in Bobble Hill. Get some outside work done today, and the 6 meters is opening up there a little bit, starting to wake up. So hopefully for the next month or so, things will be booming there on 6 here, hopefully. Anyhow, hope everyone has a good week and stay safe. VE1CHL.
VE1CHL, VE1RMJ. All right, Scott. Well, hopefully that opens up, and yeah, I wish I had a 6 meter setup here. Would be kind of fun there. Anyway, yeah, stay safe and have a good evening. Next, we got Kevin, VE1KEV. Go ahead.
Yeah, very good evening, Rob. V1RMJ, V1KEV, very good evening, and being all on the net there that checked in with you this evening. And not a bad evening here in Amherst. I checked into Al's at CYP and doing some raining down Bridgewater way. So anyway, I guess that's probably what's in store for us for this evening and maybe into tomorrow. So I guess that'll certainly make things grow. Anyway, that's about it from here, Rob. We'll be listening along. Thanks for doing the net. Thanks for calling me in. Have yourself a great evening there, Rob. V1RMJ, V1KEV, 73.
Yeah, VE1KEV, VE1RMJ. All right, Kevin. Well, thanks for checking there. And I don't know, it might be raining out there now. Here, it was kind of sprinkling a couple drops here and there an hour ago, and it's looking pretty dark. But yeah, I guess we're in for a little bit of rain, but that will keep things from drying out too much. So I guess that's a good thing. 7-3 and stay safe. Next we have a VE1 Golf Bravo, and I see mentioning in the chat room about maybe this is your first time. If it is, welcome, and if not, I apologize if I maybe I've worked you before in the past. Go ahead.
Yeah, very good, VE1RMJ. The name here is Gordon, and I'm located in the village of St. Peter's here. And I'm going through VA1 MRT's node, and I just installed this radio in my mobile today, and I was surprised to hear the net on here and coming in so nice and clear. It's the first time that I've been using the digital mode here. Anyway, thank you for calling me in, and everything is nice and clear and nice signal and what have you. So I have nothing further for the net tonight. Thank you for calling me in. 73 from VE1GB, Golf Bravo.
VE1 Golf Bravo, VE1RMJ, Eric Gordon. Well, yeah, you're coming in really good there tonight. So good stuff. Have a good evening and stay safe. Last on the list, VE1WX, Derek. How you doing? Come on in.
VE1RMJ, VE1WX. Hopefully you're able to copy me there, Rob. Good evening. Good evening to all on frequency. Kind of a rainy evening in Canada. It's been a while since we checked in. Just want to wish everyone a good, healthy week there as well. And nothing new to report really for the net. Just living and staying alive and enjoying life. VE1RMJ, VE1 Whiskey X-Ray.
VE1 Whiskey X-Ray, VE1RMJ. All right, Derek. Well, it's good to hear you there. Yeah, I haven't heard you in a little bit. So that's good. That's good. Well, you have a good evening. Stay safe, and hopefully talk to you again there soon. All right, that's all for the first round of Nova Scotia. So now we're going to go to our first round of New Brunswick stations. So we're looking for New Brunswick stations wishing to check into the Maritime Fusion net. Please call now.
Victor Echo 1, Charlie Sierra Alpha.
Charlie.
Victor Echo 9, Charlie Golf Lima. Victor Echo 9, Charlie Golf Lima.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima. Papa Alpha Lima.
Victor Echo 9, Papa India November, VE9, PIN.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Mike. Victor Echo 9, Golf Mike.
All right, so far I have VE1 CSA, a VE9 Charlie Golf Lima, VE9 PAL, VE9 BOF, VE9 PIN, and VE9 Golf Mike. Is there anyone we missed?
Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Kilo.
All right, we got the VE9 Golf Charlie, VE9 Golf Kilo. There we go, my scribbles here. Was there anyone else there for New Brunswick? All right, well, we'll go to the top list. VE1 CSA in the sound check booth. Good evening, Scott. Go ahead.
VE1 RMJ, VE1 CSA. Good evening, Rob. Yeah, the old sound check. I guess old habits die hard in the audiovisual industry. I just poking my nose in to say good evening to everyone across the Maritimes and elsewhere listening in. Hope everyone's having a great evening. Sound is good on the YouTube feed, Robert. Thank you very much, and I hope more people join in. So we'll turn it back to you. VE1 RMJ, VE1 CSA, Marysville, New Brunswick.
VE1 CSA, VE1 RMJ. All right, Scott. Well, thanks. And yeah, thanks for pointing that out. It could have been a while longer before it got brought to my attention. And yeah, there's just a setting there. Different nets, I have to disable different input sources, or there could be loops or feedback. And that was turned off from my last net. It shows the audio's outputting, but I had no way to see the audio actually was getting to YouTube. But anyway, thanks, and have a good evening, and talk to you again soon. 7-3. All right, now we go to VE9 Charlie Golf Lima. Go ahead.
Good evening, Robert, and everybody else on the Maritime Fusion net. Just want to say hi. Thanks for making the net, and have a nice evening to all, and stay safe. From VE9 Charlie Golf Lima. Germain in St. Andre, next to Grand Falls.
VE9 CGL, VE1 RJ. Okay, Germain. Well, thanks for coming in tonight, and excuse me. Stay safe up there, and have yourself a great evening there. All right, the next station I have on my list. Let's see here, VE9 PAL. Paul, go ahead.
Yeah, VE1 RMJ, this is VE9 PAL. How you doing there, Rob, and everybody else on the net? Yeah, 8 degrees here in Irishtown. Overcast, showers, but I guess we're going to have the same thing going on there tomorrow. So anyway, you guys all have a great and safe week. Take care of yourself. VE9 PAL.
VE9 PAL, VE1 RMJ. All right, Paul. Well, thanks for making it in there, and have yourself a good evening. 7-3. Now, the next station, I hope I copied the call sign correctly. VE9 Bravo Oscar Foxtrot. Go ahead.
VE1 RMJ in the net. This is VE9 Bravo
Foxtrot. Good evening to all of us on frequency. We had a pretty good day today. It was nice here in the Moncton area. We went to their clubhouse, talked to some of the boys, and then come back home, went back into Moncton, and got our COVID shot, so we're all set now till the next one rolls around, which will probably be next August sometime, I guess. Anyway, that's our day, and that's the traffic for now. VE9 Bravo Oscar Foxtrot, we're clear.
VE9 Bravo Oscar Foxtrot, VE1 RMJ. All right, well, thanks for checking in there this evening. I'm just trying to adjust my notes here so I get you in the log correctly. It just wasn't coming up with your name there this evening. So, anyway, we got you down there. You have yourself a good evening, and 7-3. Next, we have VE9 PIN. Bert, good evening. Go ahead.
Well, good evening, everyone. I've done it tonight. It started to rain after lunch this afternoon, and it's still lightly raining with fog. And going through the rainfalls repeater tonight, Edmundston repeater seems to have a problem by the repeater itself. So that's it. I get to go through rainfalls also correctly, so using that one. Have a pleasant evening, everyone, and a good rest of the week. And the NS people there, just be confident. New Brunswick, we are almost through it, and it will be the same for you guys within a short while. Have a good one.
VE9 PIN, VE1 RMJ, all right? Bert, thanks for checking in, and hope everything's going well up there. And yeah, we're kind of hoping we were beating it, and then all of a sudden things kind of happened. But we should start seeing those numbers turn around pretty soon here with all the lockdown measures and things. So keep our fingers crossed that we'll be out of the woods here soon and back to normal. All right, and I guess, yeah, there's VE9 MFR is off the air tonight, and some issues with VE1 HPR tonight. So we're down a couple repeaters there tonight. Yeah, that's why I got a few less check-ins so far. But anyway, we'll carry on with what we can get here. So next, I got VE9 Golf Mike. Gino, good evening. Go ahead.
VE1 RMJ from VE9 Golf Mike. Good evening, Rob, and everybody else on the net. It's been a while since I checked into the Maritime Fusion net there. This time of night, the weekdays, is very hard for me to turn on the radio and identify myself on the net here. But luckily tonight, I was able to do so. So, like Bert mentioned there, we did have some rain there most of the day today. I'm located in Grand Falls, New Brunswick, and it looks like we'll probably have some more rain until sometime tomorrow. So hopefully it'll clear up soon for the weekend, and we'll start having some good weather here. So 73 for now, and we'll talk to you again. V1 RMJ from VE9 Golf Mike.
VE9 Golf Mike, VE1 RMJ. All right, well, thanks for checking in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3. Okay, next on the list, VE9 Golf Charlie. Gordon, go ahead.
VE1 RMJ with an N, VE9 GC. Good evening, Robert, and everybody else on frequency. Good to see you there last night at the meeting. No particular traffic, much like my neighbor Paul said. It's about 8 degrees here in Nufferum, and well, we had a few sprinkles earlier, but it's very overcast, and I have a feeling it's going to get rather wet overnight. But, yeah, well, I guess that's, I'm not shoveling it, so that's always good. And although it's, right now the grass needs to be cut, and I haven't even got the lawnmower out high. Back to you there, Rob. VE1RMJ, VE9GC.
VE1RMJ, yeah, it was good seeing you too last night, and it's good that we don't have to shovel this, and hopefully we don't have to take those snow shovels out for a really long time now. You have yourself a great evening, and stay safe there, 7-3. All right, and next on the list, VE9 Golf Kilo. Glenn, go ahead.
VE1RMJ, VE9GK. Good evening, Rob, and all on the net. Not too much going on here today. Had a rather easy day. I worked till noon and played in the afternoon mowing my lawn. So got a few things done, and basically that's it for tonight. So 73 to everyone. VE9GK.
VE9GK, VE1RMJ. All right, well, thanks for checking in, and have yourself a good evening, and stay safe. All right, that's all on that round. So that's first round of the Maritime Provinces. Now we're going to go back to Prince Edward Island and see if we pick up a few more people. So stations from Prince Edward Island, please call out.
Victor Yankee 2, Sierra Echo Charlie.
Okay, well, we had a VY2 SEC. Was there any other stations on Prince Edward Island? All right, one VY2 SEC, VE1RMJ. Go ahead.
VE1RMJ, VY2 SEC. Thank you for the call in, Robert. Good evening to everyone. It's was a beautiful day over here today. Got a few of the little spring jobs done. But other than that, there's nothing special here tonight. So we'll say wish everybody a safe week. Take care and be safe. And 7-3 from Victor Yankee 2, Sierra Echo Charlie.
VY2 SEC, VE1RMJ. All right, well, thanks for checking in, and have yourself a good evening. Stay safe. All right. Well, that is, I can call for Prince Edward Island. So now we'll go back to Nova Scotia. So any Nova Scotia stations we missed, now's your chance. Please call now.
VE1GVY. Romeo Tango, VA1 MRT.
Bravo India Charlie.
VE1 Lima Victor.
Victor Alpha 1, Bravo India Lima. Okay, I have so far VE1 VIC. I believe I got this right. VA1 MRT. VE9 LV. VA1 BIL. Was there anybody else in Nova Scotia?
Victor Echo 1, Charlie, Yankee Papa.
All right, only hearing that one other station. So we'll go to the top list of VE1 GVY. Gord, go ahead.
VE1 RMJ. This is VE1 GVY. Gord here in Fall River. Good evening to you this evening, Rob, and to all hands on the Fusion Net. It's nice to check in again. You know, I was just talking to a older gentleman here who's been a friend of mine for the last couple of years, and I bought his beam antenna from him when he was preparing to sell his house. And his house is sold, and he's moving into an apartment building now. And he was thinking that could be the tail end of his amateur radio hobby because he can't put up any antennas. So I just here about an hour ago, I was telling him about this net and Wires X and what he can do with that using the internet. So, anyways, he's going to run off and do some research, and perhaps we'll have a new Fusion user and a very happy ham radio operator. So, yeah, Fusion is growing in leaps and bounds. Are you getting more and different call signs coming into your net each week nowadays, Rob? Over?
V1 GVY, V1 RMJ. Oh yeah, Gord. Seems like every week there's usually at least one. Tonight we had possibly one or two there tonight, and I remember, yeah, pretty much every net we get at least one usually. So that's good sign. Anything else?
Sure. Thank you very much for calling me in this evening, Rob, and I hope you have a great evening with the net. And once again, hello to everybody else out there in the net this evening, and I hope you're all enjoying your Fusion radios. VE1 RMJ, this is VE1 GVY. 7-3, Rob.
Oh, VE1 GVY, V1 RMJ. All right, Gord. Well, one thing I noticed, your name's coming up just Yezu, so you might want to check what you have for your call sign and name and your radio. Or maybe it's just me here. Let's see here. Yeah, I was asking Jim. Jim says there's 150 contacts so far. I was just wondering if that was just in the Maritimes or unique check-ins from the Maritimes and around the world. So I'll give you an update on that when I hear back from them. But yeah, thanks for checking in, and have yourself a great evening. And 7-3. All right, next on the list is VE1 BIC. Ron, good evening. Go ahead. And also, oh, sorry, before you go ahead there, yeah, that was the different contacts that have checked in, so 150. That's quite a number. All right, yeah, go ahead, Ron.
VE1 RMJ from VE1 Bravo India Charlie, Romeo Oscar November. Ron here in Amherst. Yeah, just enjoying the net here, and while I was waiting for my turn, I put on the tone on my little Yaesu, the FT2D. I got the tone squelch number changed on that, and I'm going to be doing this radio. This is what is this? The 7250. So it was already programmed when I first got it. I got it programmed from Jim, and all that would have been in there. So now I had to download actually the advanced manual from the Yaesu website to find out how to change the CT CSS tone. So anyway, that's the next thing on the list to do, and that'll be it, I guess. Nothing much else to report. VE1 RMJ, VE1 BIC.
Yeah, VE1 BIC, V1 RMJ. All right, Ron, yeah, that's good that you got the manual there. Sometimes when it's just a quick thing I need to find, sometimes I type into YouTube and watch a quick video on it and get it faster than downloading the manual and browsing through. But definitely, I keep the manual somewhere downloaded on the computer, and it's really nice to have it digitally because you can search it when you're looking for when you're trying to find something. That's what I'm trying to say here. All right, well, 7-3, and have a good evening there, Ron. Next, we're going to VA1 MRT. Matt, go ahead.
VE1 RMJ, net control. This is Victor Alpha 1, Mike Romeo Tango. Good evening, Rob, and to everyone else here on the net. And good evening to Gordy. Glad he could able to check in. He's sounding pretty good. His QTH isn't too far from mine, so I just have my FT3D set up as a portable node, and that's how we're getting in on the net tonight. So it's good to have a few options. So I just gotta save my pennies and finally decide on get another one of these digital radios and have a dedicated node set up all the time. But that'll be down the road, but unless I get a good deal on one. But other than that, not too much else to report. It's a beautiful day here on the island, and sounds like it's going to be a little bit wet for the next couple of days, so I would just have to find something to do inside. Anyway, not going to hold her anymore. Thanks for checking me in, and thanks for doing that there, Rob. Victor Alpha 1, Mike Romeo Tango, 7-3.
VA1 MRT, VA1 RMJ came out. Well, thanks for checking in, and yeah, have yourself a good evening, and yeah, you're coming in really good on the node tonight. 7-3. Next, we got VE1 LV. Hal, go ahead.
VE1 RMJ, this is VE1 LV. Very good evening, Robert. And I have to bring this up. A friend of mine called from Calgary tonight just because I have beat prostate cancer. Anyway, I told him what happened to me and how I looked after myself. So I can't overemphasize to all the males to make sure you have a regular check of your blood for PSA and consultation with your doctor. It paid off for me. I have beat it, and I didn't have to have the prostate removed. I had radioactive titanium seeds inserted. And I've been busy working on solar lighting here. Some of them I quit, and it's all on account of rusty, dirty contacts. And I took some sandpaper to them, but that didn't work. So what really worked like sliced bread was a Q-tip dipped in CLR and rubbing the contact. And boys, did that ever clean the dirt and the rust off. 73, Robert. The E1 MJ. This is the E1 LV.
VE1 LV, VE1 RMJ. Yeah, thanks, Hal. And yeah, that's very important stuff. Very very calm and easy to prevent these things. And also on the solar lights, that's interesting with the CLR. So that might be something to try on corroded contacts. Then I've never used CLR. You take care and stay safe, and talk to you later. 7-3. Next, we got VA1 VIL. Bill, go ahead.
VE1 RMJ, VA1 VIL. Good evening, Rob, and everybody else on the net. I don't have much time here. I just came on late. Hope everybody has a great week, and I'll say 7-3. VA1 VIL clear. Thanks.
VA1 VIL, VE1 RMJ. All right, well, thanks for making it in, and 7-3. Last on the list, we got VE1 CYP. Al, go ahead.
VE1 RMJ net control and all on the Fusion net from VE1 CYP. Very good evening, Robert. All on frequency tonight. Glad to be able to check in there tonight. The repeater in Halifax here didn't come up till about 20 to 8 or something like that. I was hoping to get in from the start, but anyway, it's up now, and glad to be able to check in. Hopefully we can do this more regularly. I guess I've been kind of chasing around a little bit some weeks trying to find where the net is. I'm curious with VA1 MRT with Matt there, just exactly what he's using. Matt, maybe you and I can talk there sometime and let me know what you got set up there. Anyway, it won't hold it, Robert. Thanks a lot for calling me in. Have a real good net, and 7-3 to all. VE1 RMJ net control from VE1 CYP.
Yeah, VE1 CYP, VE1 RMJ. All right, Al, and yeah, that repeater HPR was off the air there for the first little bit of the net, but it came back on. there around 1940-ish. So, yeah, good that you're able to make it in. 7-3. All right, now we are going to open it up for the second round of New Brunswick stations. New Brunswick stations only. Please call now.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Kilo Victor.
Victor Echo 9, Mike Tango Victor, VE9 MTV.
Victor Echo 9, Alpha Delta Victor.
Victor Echo 9, Juliet Charlie Tango, V9 JCT.
I have VE9 PKV, VE9 MTV, VE9 Alpha Delta Victor, VE9 Juliet Charlie Tango. Was there any other New Brunswick stations? KV, Praveen, good evening. Go ahead.
VE1 RMJ, this is Victor Echo 9, Papa Kilo Victor, Praveen and Sackville. I tuned in quite late and I may not be able to stay too long, but I thought I'd give you a bean for the pot. And regarding nodes that somebody was talking about a few minutes ago, it would be helpful if we could put something up on our own mountain site or some other site, how we could install our own node or how we could use that node to do moving around in the, Wires X network. Thank you very much. 73 to all.
VE9 PKV, VE1 RMJ, okay, Praveen, and yeah, there's the nodes, and like I got my FC2DR and PDN, well, Wires X mode, and that's how I get the audio for live streaming here, and it comes in handy when you're far, far away from the repeaters, for sure. It's a system that works quite well, and then also if you had one of the boxes, HMI 200s to host a room. And set up like that, but it's pretty simple if you have the right radio. Just do PDN direct mode on the FD2DRs, the 3DRs, the FDM 100 and the 400, and maybe the 991A. There's a few of them there. But anyway, thanks for checking in, Praveen. Stay safe, and 7-3. Next, VE9 MTV. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, Victor Echo 1, Romeo Mike Juliet, V9 MTV. Good evening, Rob. Everybody on net doing a good job. They're just a little note of because the Moncton repeater is off the air. What happened is that there was only it's a router problem. There was only one station hooked up there out of 6, one node out of 6, so that's why it's off the air. They parked it on the local channel there, so I'm using my personal node here with the FDM 100 and transmitting off the air at 446-600 simplex with 5 watts. And just to note that if you're going to use your portable on a node, that it does transmit when it receives, transmit, so it's on quite a bit. So I use mine maybe half a watt. So if I'm in a hotel and somebody's around, they could get into my node and get on the same room I'm on, but with a reduced output there for sure. And just a little note to Rob, I noticed that your location is a bit wrong there on your node. You have west 163 degrees. It should be 063 degrees west. You're 7,100 kilometers away from me there, according to your location information there. I thought I'd mention that. and most everybody else out your way is 63 degrees, 063. So you got a 1 instead of a 0 there on your western longitude. Anyway, thanks for doing the net there, Rob, and I think it's my turn next week, so hopefully we'll get back things, all the repeaters back up and running there. So have a good net, good week, everybody. Stay safe and enjoy the warm weather coming up. VE1RMJ, VE9MTV, 730.
Yeah, V9MTV, VE1RMJ. Yeah, I'm not sure where that's coming from because I just looked at my node here and it's just set to the default 111 for the degrees, minutes, and seconds. And my radio here, it's an FEM 100 and it's in the shack, so it's not getting a clear view of the sky. So I'll check to see if maybe it locked onto something and it's wrong or something. So thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Mike, and have yourself a great evening. All right, next we have VE9 Alpha Delta Victor. JP, go ahead.
VE1RMJ, this is VE9ADV, JP here in Dieppe. Just thought I'd stop in the CQ Maritime's room and say hi to everybody tonight. Hello to Mike there over in Irishtown and everybody else here on the net. Pretty good day today. Spent the time after supper spreading lime on the lawn here, so hopefully we get some rain, soak that in a little bit, and we can add some topsoil and add some seed and try to cover the bare spots there. And around here they're asking us not to mow in May, especially the times where the yellow flowers are out there for the bees. So anyways, they're trying to get the bees to come back and as a force and pollinate and do their thing. So anyways, I might try to honor that as much as I can and try to get the bee population up to speed here. Anyways, have a good evening, everyone. Have a good rest of the week from Victor Echo 9 Alpha Delta Victor 7-3s from and back to net control.
VE9 Alpha Delta Victor, VE1RMJ. All right, JP. Well, that's good advice there. My backyard had a lot of damage last year, and I'm actually surprised there wasn't that many dandelions that are popped up there, but I got a lot of bare spots, and I may have to, for one section, sacrifice a few dandelions, but it's just a small drop in the bucket if it results. And then with a better lawn, it'll have enough room for more dandelions. It seems the nicer the lawn, the more they want to be in there. And I don't mind dandelions that much. I don't have a prized lawn or anything here. Just want to get rid of the bare spots. All right. Well, thanks for checking in. And 7-3. Next we got VE9 Juliet Charlie Tango. Jean-Claude, good evening.
Yeah, very good evening to you, Robert, and all on net. A whole bunch tonight again. That's good. And not much going on. Well, today I went for a bike ride, but a short distance. We had to go to Moncton, here and there and there and here and everywhere. And our monthly visit to Costco. Cha-ching, cha-ching. So we're good for a little while. We're good for, yeah, I'm sure for another month at least. So anyway, besides that, not much going on. I'll be here for another maybe 5 minutes and then heading to do a QSY to the hockey game probably. So anyway, 7-3 all around from Shediac, New Brunswick, and back to net control from V9 J-City.
9 JCT VE1RMJ. All right, sounds good. Thanks for checking in, and stay safe. Have yourself a good evening. And that's all for the first round. So now we're going to open it up for stations outside of the Maritimes. So only stations outside the Maritimes here wishing to check in to the Maritime Fusion net. Please call now.
November 1 Charlie Delta November N1 CDN.
Okay, we got you, Steve. Any other stations outside the Maritime provinces? All right. Wow. Maybe some really nice weather and everyone's outside the Maritimes there. N1CDN. Good evening, Steve. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Rob, and everybody on that. Just sat down to have dinner. My wife made I don't know if it's a gumbo or a jambalaya, but it's one. She says a jambalaya. Pretty good. Yeah, good evening all on that. Not a whole lot bad. Actually, there is a whole lot bad. We are no longer under a state of emergency in Florida. The governor's lifted all of the restrictions in Florida imposed by the state government and left it up to the counties to regulate their own areas. And Pinellas County, where I live, and neighboring Hillsborough County, where I work, both lifted all the restrictions there as well, with some exceptions. Government buildings, they still have a mask mandate, but yeah, they're reopening the cruise industry, and things are getting back to normal down here, which is welcome news. Good to hear everybody. I hope everybody's doing well up there, and I hope your numbers turn around, and you guys can relax a bit too. So that's what I got for tonight. Back to net control. VE1RMJ N1CDN.
N1CDN. VE1RMJ. All right. Hey, it's good news down there. Hopefully it continues on the up and up down there for you guys. And unfortunately, here as of last week, and to today, now we're the worst we have been, and we have tougher measures put back in place. So. Hopefully, today was the biggest jump we've had, but let's hope that now that we've been in kind of a lockdown for a week, that we'll start seeing those numbers go back down and we can be clear of this again. Thanks for checking in, and stay safe, and 7-3. All right, we're looking for stations now anywhere in the Maritimes or outside the Maritimes. Please call now.
Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Oscar X-ray.
Romeo Oscar. Was there any other stations? All right, V1FOX, V1RMJ, go ahead, Curtis.
Well, VE1RMJ, with the Maritime Fusion Net, Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Oscar X-ray here in 3 Mile Plains. I come to you on the VE1 AEH repeater. Good evening to you there, Robert. Good evening to all other operators been on. I haven't heard too many on you. Oh, I'm trying to think of the last one I was there. I just woke up. I've been sleeping so long, I think I've slept for a month and never woke up, Robert. Been having problems there. And haven't been around the airwaves that much for over a month there now, so I thought that I thought today was Thursday, but I guess he said it was Wednesday, so I said, well, there's a net going on. I haven't checked in it out, I guess, for a while, so I better check into it. So I said, Robert, I guess that's it, so we're not going to hold it up. I guess we'll climb back into our shell where we've been there, like, say, for the last month or so. Anyway, thanks for letting me into the net. So we'll leave it there, but VE1 RMJ with the Maritime Fusion Net, V1 Foxtrot Oscar X-ray here in 3 Mile Plains. 7-3, Robert. Back to you.
VE1 FOX, V1 RMJ. All right, Curtis. Well, yeah, I haven't heard you on for a while. So, gee, I hope everything's all right and you can be feeling better there and back on the air. 7-3, and stay safe. All the best. All right. Let's see. We have well, we still got some time. It is after 8, but we're sitting at 38 check-ins, so quieter net this evening. But we are, I guess, still missing the Moncton repeater. And so yeah, so we'll issue another call for any station anywhere. Like to check into the Maritime Fusion net, please call now.
Victor Alpha 1, India Romeo Oscar.
Okay, I believe I got VA1 India Romeo Oscar. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Rob. There, I think it's the first time I'm checking into the Maritime Net, the Fusion Net. So, figured to give it a shot there. I'm down in the same neck of the woods as Matthew, VA1 MRT. I'm going in through his node as Gordon. Gordon's also in my area. I live in Airset. My name is Jared, Juliet Alpha Romeo Romeo Oscar Delta. And yeah, it's the first time checking in on that. I've been licensed for about 2 years there. I just finished up my advanced in that. So enjoying it and enjoying the digital. I don't use it as much as I should, but I'll start getting into it as time permits. So with that, thanks for calling me in on that. And as well, good evening to everybody that's listening on the net. And hopefully I'll be checking again soon there. Back to you, BA1 IRO.
VA1 IRO, V1 RMJ. I got Jared here is your name. I hope I got that right. So, yeah, thanks for checking in and have yourself a good evening. Stay safe. All right, we'll issue a second last call for any stations anywhere that's wishing to check in. Please call now.
Victor Kilo 4, Kilo Uniform.
For Kilo Victor, VE1 RMJ here. I didn't copy your name from, I think I heard you checking in before, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, VK4 Kilo Uniform. The other station was correct. My name is Ray Romeo Alpha Yankee. Good to hear you boys again. I was just getting ready to close the computer down. I thought, oh, today's Thursday. I think you have a net on your Wednesday. Thanks for calling me in, and I trust everybody is well and keeping away from that horrible virus. VK4KU. Thank you.
VK4K, I think I got KV, maybe it was KU, sorry. Yeah, thanks for checking in. Really great to hear you again, and glad you're able to make it in here to the net in time, and hope all is well there in Australia. 7-3, and take care. All right, any other stations anywhere? We're on second last call.
Victor Echo 1, Delta Alpha Delta.
VE1 DAD, VE1 RMJ, I got the name David here on the list. Go ahead.
Yes, good evening, I guess. Good evening to you and everybody else on frequency. I haven't checked in on the Fusion net before. I figured I'd try it tonight. So, hello for the first time.
VE1 DAD, VE1 RMJ. All right, well, really great to have you aboard. Another new call sign here for the net. That's great. And do you go by David or do you go by Dave? I just want to make sure I get it right for the next time.
It doesn't make any difference. I go by both over.
Okay, we'll just keep it as David then. All right, that's it on the list. So we'll issue last call. Last call for anybody wishing to check into the Maritime Fusion net. Please call now.
Victor Echo 1, Zulu X-ray, Brent.
All right, we got you, Brad. Anybody else? Anybody else? Last call for the net.
VE1BXK.
There he is. There's Lauren. And we'll try it again in case someone got covered up. Last call. Any other stations? All right, I put that in the wrong box there. I put that in the chat. VE1 Zulu X-ray. Good evening, Brad. Go ahead.
V1 RMJ with Fusion at V1 Zulu X-ray. Very good evening, Rob, and good evening to Lauren there, sitting behind me there. And sorry about HPR there, Jim. Thanks for the reminder. I forgot to bring it up there, so I did catch it there. I hope Al checked in okay, because I've been on the phone here about a dozen times. It never fails when you get on the radio, the phone rings there. Thanks, Rob, for doing the net, and thanks for checking me in. V1 RMJ, VE1 Zulu X-ray.
V1 Zulu X-ray, V1 RMJ. All right, Brad. Well, thanks, and thanks for bringing that up. Stay safe and have a good evening. Jim mentioned there was a VA3 station in there. VA3 station, could I have your call sign, please? Okay, hearing nothing. VE1 BXK. Excuse me, Lauren, go ahead.
Good evening, Rob, and to everyone on the Maritime Fusion net. Sounds like you got quite a group there. Yeah, I missed that too, Brad. I'm just here putting together that Master Communications CTDS board. Yeah, I forgot all about it too. Anyway, we're just about got finished. Good net, Rob. Trying to get quite a gang here this evening. We're working you to the Amherst AMH Fusion repeater. The E1BXK Parsbro. Go ahead.
Well, glad you made it in there and sounding good. 7-3 and have a great evening. All right, did I miss somebody there? I may have missed another station. Can I get your call time? All right, well, hearing nothing, we will close the net. There was 43 check-ins tonight, so good net. Thanks, everybody. I'd like to thank all the amateurs for checking in. We also want to thank the owners of the repeaters and nodes who linked in tonight for helping us expand the area for local hams to check in. A recap of the net will be sent out to all members via email. For more information about the Maritime Fusion net, go to the Moncton and Area ARC website at www.maarc.ca. Mike Alpha Alpha Romeo Charlie dot Charlie Alpha, and click on Club Activities /nets. Now that the net is concluded, the CQ Maritimes room is now open for general use. This is VE1RMJ signing off. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, great net, Rob. Yeah, 3 new stations in there tonight, so that's always good to see.